Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your mid-month reading. Mid-November to the end of November / Mercury retrograde. Well, I don't know. Might not even be ready for that time. But we did the Instagram readings, and those I worked really hard on the astrological aspects. And what we're supposed to learn with the Taurus full moon, and yeah, go check those out. Anyway, so all right. So we're gonna start off with the masculine Virgos first, and the feminine Virgos first, then the masculine Virgos second. Yeah. Okay. Feminines are going first. I did that for the last video, and I regret that. Anyway. Feminine Virgos first, and masculine Virgos second. Okay, so feminine Virgo, what do we have for mid-November? Okay, Queen of Swords. Is your energy, Virgo? For taking it on. By being that bitch. Great. Especially if you air in your chart. I feel like if you have air in your chart, everything's becoming really clear now. And you're seeing, your transformation right there. It's like we're getting it. So excited. Anyway. Crowning energy. Oh, yeah. Ooh, subconscious energy. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, Virgo, if you're dealing with the Gemini, I feel like you're finally seeing the truth about them. If you're not dealing with the Gemini and you have Gemini in your chart, I feel like you're probably seeing the truth about yourself or the people around you. There's one of those things. I think it's about the choices that you made, because the Lovers is all about a choice, right? And then, the forbidden fruit, that is obviously temptation here. And, you could have been tempted by a Capricorn, or just, toxicity and addictions, and it has to do with a Gemini or a guy. It just doesn't have to be a Gemini, just a random fucking dude. But yeah. 3 cards for your past, Virgo. Oh, interesting. Okay. 3 cards crowning energy. Three cards for your subconscious. Oh, it's spilling out, you guys. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so we have, it doesn't have to be Sagittarius, but we have a Sagittarius card here, but it could very well be, somebody who was very impulsive in the past, or just, a guy who is always on the move. I feel like he's just a very fast-paced guy. Could be Sagittarius, but this guy, I feel like for some of you, you're going to be the ones who are giving to him, over giving, because you feel like this person was, a soulmate. It was very innocent connection here. For others of you, it's, you were the one on this end. It's okay. Sometimes it happens. With the energy that was going on, with all the signs, really, it was just, we're all going through this energy of, the fact that we are taking all of this emotional nourishment from these people around us that are important to us, but we aren't really doing anything to change ourselves, so we're so it comes off arrogant, it comes off, smug, because we feel like we don't have to change. And sometimes as Virgos think, we're so perfect when we're not, and I feel like very well that they wanted to either apologize or be with you because they genuinely loved you and they had hope in this, and they see you as the Empress here, right? And that's a very high standard, the highest standard, even if you don't think you are, they think you are, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they think this is all right. I feel like either they think you're someone that they could have never had, or and while they were giving that to you, I feel like you were kind of just like deciding between a choice, choices. It could have been a Gemini or a Capricorn or a Sagittarius, it doesn't matter. But I feel like you were just trying to see which one would benefit you more or which one would make you more, there is that term of stability here with a Taurus full moon. And in doing so, I feel like they have, or you, I feel like it was a mutual thing that both of you kind of walked away from each other and turned this down. For others of you, they're gonna see you as somebody, and that's gonna be the Empress. They're gonna see you as somebody who was like, their ex, or just somebody they knew who they couldn't get ever. It was just someone who was playing with them. Someone who was this person, in the past. Who, I feel like this person went through that cycle before, and they, they either turned you down because of that. They didn't want to go through that again with the Three of Cups there. The overindulgence, the three-party situations. They were just no. Others of you, you're gonna be the one dumping them because this Empress just is always around, and then they leave, and that is the end of the cycle so far. And you're realizing, you know, some of you have, played a bit of a part into this by, letting that, that energy consume you because you want the truth, and you don't know if this person has, a choice, and you just want things to be clear, just want things to be clear. Three cards for your near future. So rough business, huh? All right. The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Justice card. 2 tens. And the Justice card. Same. And 3 cards for your crowning energy. 3 cards for subconscious. Whoa. Alright, guess we're taking those. Alright. Okay. So, I feel like you guys are trying really hard to even get acknowledgement and recognition or to even win with this person. And it's really beating you up. Again, you're fighting the toxicity. You're fighting all these thoughts in your head and what you know is the truth, you know. And I feel like you guys really want to go off in your own cycle and just be happy and everything, and it's a lot of work, you know, because you're carrying a lot of burdens, you know, and those burdens has a lot to do with, you know, the the materialism and the superficiality around you. Even if this is upright, it just means that there's, it could very well be a group situation, you know, like it's just the society itself around you. Some people have a certain scene or a certain clique, and that clique or the scene is very toxic, you know, but they're there for the money, they're there because it pays well, or they're there because it's stable, or they think, you know, the people in there are just loyal friends. They're not, you know. And I definitely feel like this person feels like the people in there are loyal connections. If it is, you know, this Empress person, they feel like that was it. And they could have very well, you know, apologized to them, but they're fighting it because they know it's toxic. For others of you, I feel like you're the one who wants to apologize, but you know that, you know, you have all of this hanging over your head, you know, and it's like, you know, the Justice card and the you know, the Hierophant, you know, that's Taurus energy with Taurus full moon, and we have the moon right here. So that means, you know, you're gonna have to make a choice between your values and what you really want. You know, are you going to commit to yourself, or is this person going to commit to themselves, you know? And I feel like, you know, the universe is making you go through all of these emotions and stuff, you know, to see and understand, you know, your shadows in order for you to make the right decision, in order for you to see what is right. And you're going to feel alone and it's going to suck, you know? But it's what's necessary. These were the last 2 cards that came out. It's what's necessary to, you know, to fix the little nicks and things that need to be, you know, perfected. And because I feel like a lot of people are wanting to pull you in the wrong direction when you knew what the right direction was, you know? People wanted to pull you, people wanted to win, people wanted to distract you, and yet another part of you knew you had to fix yourself. You know, you had to cooperate and work with others, because the 3 of Pentacles is cooperation right there. You know, in order to create the change and see the truth and the happiness, you know? So, you know, I feel like you know what you need to do in order to feel confident about yourself. 3 cards for your advice. No, 3 cards for your advice. Not though. Yeah. Alright, so this came out for a lot of Capricorns. You know, for the Instagram reading, it said some of you need to be more authoritative towards, you know, the temptations, or this person does. But they also need to, you know, pay attention to the people who actually care about them and kind of, get over the losses, really, because it's what's going to bring the change here. It's a balance between, a masculine and a feminine energy, I feel like, you gotta, and some of you have to sacrifice things, that you were emotionally attached to that are now making you unbalanced and made you impatient and made you impulsive, so you can, have a better and brighter future, I feel like. And that requires a lot of discipline, a lot. And the Emperor is not only Aries and Capricorn, it's Taurus too. So, anyway, let's go to the masculine Virgos. All right, so masculine Virgos, what do we have for masculine Virgos? Do you want to talk? Okay, we have the Hermit. Awesome. Okay, that is your element. We're going within in the dark night of the soul and figuring out things. I see the snake as a new beginning, so shedding old for the new. See, crowning energy, subconscious energy. Oh yeah. Wanting that connection could be with a fire sign or another earth sign. Let's see. So, all right. Yeah, I feel like you guys really want to be with somebody, and I feel like you need a. I feel like, I don't know. For some reason, I'm looking at the fact that he has arm on his arm is on her arm, and if guys do that to, especially in like the business world, I feel like they do that thing when they like shake hands and they like grab the elbow as a form of like nurturing or something. It's weird. Or support, really. And I feel like subconsciously you're just really trying to take it slow so you don't make any mistakes, but mostly you're doing it to make your self-esteem very stable. So, all right, 3 cards for your past. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Sun, the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so we definitely needed to change something about ourselves, because I feel like there was a lot of fighting. I feel like both of you were fighting and both of you were very like torn, but you guys weren't seeing the point. The point. You could have been fighting with a Leo or an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Uh, yeah. I just see it as equal fighting. Both of you are trying to win. Both of you could very well be siblings. It doesn't have to be romantic. I feel like both of you want to support each other and move together. If you're a male Virgo and you have a fire sign, sister, who is probably a Leo, I feel like you want to support them and you want to show them the way. If you're a female and you want to show, or if you, it really doesn't matter at this point. You just want to show them the way. All right, so 3 cards for your crowning energy. Oh yeah. Okay, so the point here was the fact that there was a lot of toxicity around, and I feel like both of you are coming to realize that now. The toxicity and the addictions and whatever was really keeping the two of you, it's really was keeping the two of you apart. Took a lot for me to say because that drained me. But anyway, yeah, so I feel like um some of you had a point to make, and that was the Empress. Whether you are, whether that person was that energy, or they were trying to make a point about this Empress. Could be a mom or just someone around them. And then another part of you, I feel like, yeah, another part of you wanted to explain how they had, sexual desires that they needed to work out, that they needed to be strong through. So there's that. So I feel like both of you were fighting about these things up here. What about this Empress? Alright, someone was at a crossroads. I see. Okay. Alright, so someone else was at a crossroads between really turning away from, everything that they were trying to tell them, which, was being more patient, dumping out connections, could be with this Empress, could be, just, things they were emotionally attached to, and that would be, this addictions or toxicity, things that would make them feel confident, right? And they were at a crossroads between, taking that advice just so, they can see and have hope for the future, which is now. So, yeah, they had a lot to think about. And I feel like now things are moving forward. Okay, 3 cards for your near future. Virgo. Crowning energy. Conscious energy. Okay, so it's interesting. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. Okay, so we're walking away from things that once made us happy and we worked so hard on. It could be a family or just some emotional, attachment to, or happiness here, but we're realizing it wasn't happy. It was just based on greed, it was based on materialism. It was based on people thinking, someone in the emotional happiness could have very well have been greedy, and they didn't know that they were taking a snake with them. And, that snake could have very well been, this person right here trying to win. And there was a lot of fighting back here, right? There could have been, people around you that have sabotaged your, relationship, if it is a relationship thing. It could have been this Empress. We have Libra, we have Leo, we have Sagittarius, we have Aries, sort of. But I definitely feel like it is someone who wanted to be the center of attention, and they just wanted to win. They wanted to have it all. So they probably, for some of you, have manipulated this emperor into making this decision, right? And then you had to walk away. You had to walk away because they were closed off to you. That's why they're the emperor. And that's why, I would get why you're pretty pissed, I get it. Because it's just like they're smart, they've been through a lot, so why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Yeah, I feel like they were I feel like they only came to you when they needed things, or, you know, or they were giving towards other people, and I see, like, could be like another choice that they have, or a Gemini. I feel like the ball was in their court as when it came to giving to you, because there is that equal exchange there, and then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is an equal exchange. So, can you stop, please? And I feel like they missed that opportunity, and you just decided to leave because you took so much time for them to be consumed by greed. It could not even just be like a distraction. It could just be, money and materialism, or superficiality things. And, they might very well come back to defend themselves and fight for their position, reconciliation if it's romantic. And for some of you, they could very well choose, the money, materialism, and, what they think is stable, and while fighting you. And then the Judgment card would be, universe bringing up toxic situations for them to really see the point all over again, really just taking them all the way back to the past. So 3 cards of advice for Virgo. Right. My dog, I'm sorry. Okay. Your advice is to move on from impulsive decisions. Move on from, you're going to have to get out of denial about it and start resting. The 4 of Swords is this, right? And when you give yourself time to heal from the heartbreak and whatever, I feel like this person is going to come around, they're going to come around. And so we have the Tower and the 5 of Cups here. So they're going to see through loss. I feel like they're going to change through the loss. And yeah, they're going to come around. But it's important that you remember that if you accept this person back in your life, that, some of you, they're going to start listening to their intuition, and they're going to see, all the work that you did, or all the work that they should do. For some of you, you're going to have to listen to your intuition and kind of be in the gray area. and see, and that is gonna able to see like things really crumble and the truth and you really everything behind that. So if you absolutely have to have this person in your life, Virgo, like if they're like a family member or whatever, just sit and watch. Just sit and watch, and you'll know what this tower is, whether it's your connection with them or just their, you know, their foundations crumbling down because they're listening to you for once. um, so anyway, Virgo, I hope that was insightful. Check out the Instagram readings because I worked really hard on them. So yeah, I will see you guys for your December readings.